Okay, so following tag team comes faction of the year. Look, if they had come up a little earlier, the vision would be cool. Judgment Day, well, they won last year. They've been fun. They've been consistent. But no, to me, there is only one answer, and that's on the other company. That's AEW. It's that villain, that snake oil salesman himself, Don Callis. I think the Don Callis family have to take it, because when we mentioned what superstar of the year was there, we mentioned three of the best that wrestling could ever produce: Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, and Okada, and they're all in that same group. It just feels weird to look at any other thing. They've been consistent. They were holding titles. Just the fact that, you know, as you said, Big Tone, a guy from Aussie Open, and you're hearing, oh, he was in United Empire and he's got to go against former leader Will. No. They had some awesome matches. You get a cage match and you're expecting the family to come out. No, they were doing awesome matches on their own. Kyle held that cage match like nobody's business. So with that, and then there's the internal feud that's kicking off over titles, the Okada Takeshita feud that's there. You know, now you're looking at Kyle. I saw that recently where he's like, no, he took my hammer and that cost me my ish and all of that. There's an internal war, but they also delivered a lot. So for me, I've got to go with the Don Callis family. Nico, over to you.
If you'd told me half a year ago I'd be saying this, I would have laughed in your face.
I think.
Solo. I love you, Solo.
Are we doing best or worse? Because the MFT is terrible. I'm sorry. That is embarrassing.
I was messing with you.
It should be called the faction that Jacob left.
Romans remains.
Romans remains.
It's a good name.
I can't beat that. That's great. I can't beat that. That's great. I'm keeping it in AEW. I'm gonna say the Death Riders, and I need to break down why. So when they originally arrived, everyone on this group who was invested in watching wrestling was saying that, what the hell? It's like some wannabe quasi NWO crap gone wrong. Like, what is this? It doesn't make sense. It's like, at least with the NWO, it was guys who were legitimately from another company, so they're invading. These guys are in this company. If they're doing stuff you don't like, fire them. It makes no sense. What's happening here?
Weird that it was an offshoot from the Blackpool Combat Club. It's like Brian Danielson's gone. Yeah. We've just given it a new name because he's gone. And you're right.
But it was so odd at the beginning. And then I think around the time Puck got injured, they did a very, very minor narrative pivot. They went from being like, we're invading AEW, even though we work here, to this company's gone to hell. We're going to hold you all account now until someone steps up and makes this. I hate to say great again because it's got associations of the Emperor Tangerine, but you know what I'm saying.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Do not give that man unlimited power.
Stop laughing.
You like that one, did you?
Not funny. Okay. There's a carrot, not a tangerine.
Sorry, Nick. Fake name.
I appreciate you. Yeah. I'm proud of that one as well. Thank you. I'm reluctant to say make the company great again, but that was the messaging, you know. It became sort of, we're invading because #reasons, because legacy storyline that doesn't make sense, to you lot suck. This company was supposed to represent the elite. Where's that? And then I was like, All right. Minor pivot. Let's see how long you can drag this out. Is it long enough that I can forget the shithousery that preceded it? Answer was yes. It was long enough. That culminated in, I would actually argue, not the oh my god moment of the year, but definitely the feel good moment of the year was Hangman beating Mox. That was a good, that's how you end a show. That's how you send an audience home happy. And it went from they never won the crowd over in the sense of they were heels so long that they became baby faces, but they won the fans over in the sense that we hate you because this sucks. This storyline is nonsensical. To we hate you because your heels are actually doing your job really well. They won the crowd over by doing a kind of narrative turn with their heel run. To actually now Moxley having lost the world belt, beating Okada and delivering that promo he did after and kind of going full babyface while being still basically in a heel group. And I'm not questioning it. I'm like, you've kind of played a genius card here, Jon Moxley. You've put this faction together in the ashes of Daniel Bryan. You started off badly. You made it make sense through narrative repositioning. You gave us arguably the feel-good moment of the year, and then you've reinvented yourself in the Continental Classic and kind of proven all along that you were right, because through the Death Riders doing Death Rider stuff, everyone raised their game, and the company actually factually is in a better place now. So in a weird kind of, I think, genius way, Jon Moxley's been proven to be correct in all this. So in the world of wrestling, which is let it play out, I let the Death Riders thing play out. It was good. Minus that dodgy beginning, this was good. So I'm going to say the Death Riders are my stable of the year.
Interesting. Ben?
At the start of this conversation, I had no idea I was going to pick because I was like, was there any stables in the first place? I couldn't think of any. I know that Don Callis family has been around forever. So it's just like, he's just a rotating bunch of people in that group. But then Nico got it when he said Death Riders. I was like, oh yeah, damn lot. Even though when I think of Death Riders, I just think of Jon Moxley. It's messed up. Until Pac came back recently, and that dude, he's scary. Just take his glasses off and you're okay though, because he's blind as a bat. But he is so jacked, and he still moves like he moves. Like he still does everything. Jesus, he scares me. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to have to say the Death Riders as well. I'm just jumping off of you two, just thinking of, because you just made two calls. I'm going to go Death Riders. Simple fact. Oh, yeah, we're making a prediction. It was, so we got Death Riders versus Death Riders winning. Right? And it's not because they're going to just win because they're going to find a way to cheat and win. It's just, you got a group of badasses. And that's why they're winning. They're winning because they're going to beat you, and they're going to beat you legit. They're not going to beat you by some trickery. They're just going to beat you. And I'm surprised it didn't actually turn babyface before the end of the year, because you think if a team becomes dominant enough, you become babyface, but they manage to remain heels, which is, I know it's meant to be easy, but it's hard to be good and stay heel. So, yeah, I'm going to just jump off y'all, by the way. Thank you, Nico, for that one. I totally forgot about them, but I'm going with them. Death Riders is my pick.
Nice. Leon?
Yeah, Death Riders is a good pick as well, because it's not even just like Jon Moxley picked his game up. Everyone in that faction picked their game up. Marina Shafir became better than whatever she was before. At first, it's like I didn't have a clue what she was doing before, but since she joined that faction, now it's like, oh damn! Like when she comes out, the same I can say for Castagnoli. The same I can say Wheeler Yuta. That's another one. Like to get the kind of heat that he's getting, like Dominic Mysterio heat right now, where everyone's just saying like, do you know what I'm saying? F you, Yuta, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is good. I did think of the Don Callis family, and as much as you can say, yeah, that, but they can rotate people around and all of that jazz, and they've been around for the longest moment. You could say the same about the Bullet Club. You could say the same about the Four Horsemen. They changed over time, you know, but they were around for time. But again, they're still up there in terms of nominee positionings. I can't really think of any other faction, you know. Dark State didn't really interest me at all. As a matter of fact, I was very, very disappointed of what Dark State became. I thought it was just going to be this because in the beginning it was kind of very how can I put it, like Bray Wyatt-ish, you know, with the all glitching and all that kind of stuff that was going on. And then obviously it turned out to be techie, but then all of the people in Dark State are just weird.
I think that's Force Control. I think they realized it wasn't working and they just made it into like a comedy group. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
What was the name of that faction that Ali tried to start?
Oh,
Retribution.
Yes.
Retribution.
Yeah, Retribution 2.0.
Yeah. This is Retribution 2.0 with all of the multicolors and everything else. But like NXT 2.0. But basically, yeah, that just kind of got lost into an existence. But for what the Death Riders have done, yeah, it is. Oh. Actually, no, I just had a thought as well, because when I look at terms of it's hard. It's hard. For me, it's between the Death Riders and the Don Callis family, purely because the titles that the Don Callis family have brought in. So you got the IWGP World Title, you had the Continental, well, the
It's AEW, everyone's
Unified
got a
Champ.
title.
So he was the international champ and the Continental champion in Okada. Carl Fletcher brought the TNT title into it.
Jesus.
You know, they're just bringing in belts sort of thing. Whereas with the Death Riders, they've only had the world title and recently the Continental Classic, I think. I don't
World
remember
title's
them
kind of a big deal, no?
Big deal. Plus, I think they held the trios at one point. If I'm being honest.
Did, correct.
Yeah, they did hold the trios.
Titles don't mean much.
Because the Ops beat them. The Ops were the one that beat them for those trios titles. So
The Ops.
But in terms of, oh my god, it's hard. You know what? I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna go Death Riders.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Death Riders purely because, in terms of what they've done for TV and for the company as well, I've got to agree with what Nico said as well in that terms. So for that, I'm saying Death Riders.
Cool. Thank you very much for your vote.
Wow. I'm surprised, man. I thought I was the only one who was going to think of Death Riders this year because, again, like Death Riders have took a left turn. They was all really pissing us off last year with a sort of a directionless takeover. But, like, again, they have shifted. I feel many of the points that Nico raised were, like, valid, yeah. It's like it became about who is the guy that's going to stop us, yeah. And then, like, after All In, you thought they would disintegrate, but no, they actually got better because they did something like that I thought was great. They added Daniel Garcia. They gave him what I feel like is his best theme tune, man. I banned that theme tune, man. And I like the red background and everything when he comes out. He looks menacing, yeah. And like all of the Death Riders seem like a deal. And to like carry that without the title, it's actually one of the few cases where losing the main title has helped the team. I would say another team to consider is the Judgment Day, but not for the reasons you think. For the reasons of like what the girls of the Judgment Day have been doing. Yes. Yeah, I would think like Roxanne, yeah, and especially Raquel have really like, you know, elevated themselves. And with Liv being back, it's the closest that we've got in a while to WWE having a female faction, which I want them to do, like a legit one, not a city throwaway like one like the Sonya Deville one, and or a comedy one like the Secret Harvest. Or
respect to Damage Control. Respect to Damage Control.
Thank you.
Damage Control, yeah, but again, like once it was done, it was done. I'm on about like, you know, this year and you know, the preceding year that's coming. I want them to like do something as good as Damage Control because they was good at the time. But once it's gone, there's no one there. But coming back to the factions, Dark State, I would have loved to say, but they are Retribution 2.0 at this stage, man. Like, I would also. What was Leon? What was Trix and AJ Francis's group? That was actually pretty good in
was
TNA.
it? Yeah,
And
or-
NXT crossover. They had a name for it.
I can't
But,
remember.
I can't remember, so I guess that disqualified.
memorable,
I'm just gonna go with the Don Callis family. The reason I'm going for them is because, like many of the points raised, man, they've got some of the best like people in wrestling. Like they win by default because they got like 5,600 members of it, like right about now. But just their main stars, their main hood ornaments, of Takeshita, Fletcher, Okada, and also man, what's the hench guy, Hechicero, man. They really brought him to the forefront, and people love this guy. He's gotten over being part of the Don Callis family, man. And I look forward.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he got over when he had that match with Danielson, sort of about a year ago, just before Danielson's retirement. They put on a technical clinic, those two.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. What I'm saying is it shone a spotlight on him, basically. Like whereas like people might be quick to sometimes dismiss some of the CMLL like people, even though they're like excellent. Him being part of the Don Callis family puts him in a position to have better matches and be part of bigger moments. So like he's getting to have his matches with some of the best on the card. I think I'm gonna go Don Callis family, but honorable mention to the Ups because again, like, man, they have come up in the last quarter of the year, and like the whole little thing they did with Huck, that was brilliant, man. So Don Callis family, honorable mention, the Ups.
Cool.
Not to mention Samoa Joe becoming world champ again as well.
Right,
So
that's
definitely a good shout.
Transition once again.
That was hilarious.
Transition once again.
Okay, so just to summarize, I have voted for the Don Callis family. Double V, Den the Tech, and Simsy have all voted the Death Riders. Big Tone has joined me in voting for the Don Callis family. However, you can see it there. Congratulations to the team that was hated and now are getting the fans' appreciations. That's right, guys. The Death Riders. Congratulations to them and also to AEW because both the contenders were from AEW. But yes, congratulations to the Death Riders on being the faction of the year. Join us tomorrow, guys, as we announce our show of the year. But until then, please keep it MOW. And how can you do that? By following us on X at MOW News, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok at Ministry of Wrestling. I said it before and I will say it again. We will see you tomorrow. See ya.